It's time for another edition of Around the Mesa, brought to you by MRC. My name is John Schaefer for GoAztecs.com. I'm joined by the women's golf coach at San Diego State, Leslie Spalding. Coach, it's great to be with you. How are you doing?
Hey, doing great. Just surviving and learning how to be home and how to navigate all the, communicating with the athletes and stuff like that. But everything's good.
Tell me about the last month for you and your program. And I guess the initial scenario where you needed to get your players home. You've got a lot of international players. How were you able to get your team to their homes during this pandemic?
It happened so fast. We got back from Hawaii from our last tournament, which they're so lucky. I mean, we're also lucky to have ended there. But we got back on Thursday morning. We took red-eye, and on Friday at noon, my Filipino was on a flight to the Philippines because they were closing the border. So her mom was on top of it and knew that they were closing the border. And so she flew home and hasn't left her house since she got there at all. The Philippines, I mean, we have a worldwide team, so each country is handling it a little bit differently. And it's interesting to see how each person is kind of living through their life.
So, Coach, how do you keep in touch with your players now if they're literally all over the world? Obviously, we're doing everything virtually. Is there a time that is appropriate for you to meet with your entire team if they're all over in different time zones?
So we have one in Sweden, and we have one in the Philippines, one in Australia, Paraguay, and the rest are here. And so the only times that work for us to all be together is at 3 p.m. here, which is 11 p.m. in Sweden and 6 a.m. in the Philippines. We could do 4 a.m. here, but there are too many people here for me to make them do that. So we've only had one team gathering, but we've been doing one-on-ones with each one of them and just checking in. And then we have a group meet chat that they have their own chat, and then one with coaches as well. So we keep sending them stuff and keep trying to, keep them up to date with what's going on here, as well as finding out how their schoolwork's going and how their lives are.
Yeah, what are the immediate priorities right now? Is it to take care of the necessary classwork and get them back to campus as soon and as safely as possible?
Absolutely. I mean, hopefully we can start in the fall. We don't know, of course, but right now most of them are not playing golf. My Swedish player is she's just doing everything like normal at home. She's going to the gym. She's going to practice every day with her teacher and play, and she's doing her schoolwork, I hope. But she's about the only one. All of the rest of us are pretty much inside, and my girl in Paraguay can't leave, so she's not doing anything either. But interesting times.
Certainly interesting times. A year ago, you think back, you're on your way to a conference championship in 2019. What's your biggest memory from where your program was a year ago and what you accomplished?
A year ago, that was such a special moment. It was down to the last putt, and we thought it was to tie, and it ended up that it was to win. So it was such an exciting moment, and something we've celebrated a lot. It's been a lot of fun. These people are special people, and I've had more fun this year than I've had in quite a while. So it's been a really fun year. I think our golf was heading in the right direction. I would say I think we're a better team than our ranking was, but it's been a good year. It's been a lot of fun.
Will your seniors have another opportunity to compete on the Mesa? I know the NCAA has granted that extra eligibility waiver. Is that something that your seniors will have a chance to do at San Diego State? Will they be coming back, or at least a portion of them?
We have 2 players signed. We have 4 players that are left from our current roster that are on scholarship. And with what Sdsu is doing, they won't be able to. One of my seniors is from Paraguay, and she only has the fall left of her education and planned on graduating, and she wants to go home in the spring. So, she's not going to play. And then Daniela Anastasi, who's from La Jolla, is going to move forward with her life. So we're just going to let the freshmen come up, and some of the others may stay another year, depending. So I've had some discussions with some of them, but that's a little bit off. It just affects our future recruiting, which we're working hard at right now. So.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you doing it this afternoon. We hope you stay well and healthy and safe, and we look forward to catching up later this spring and summer.
Thank you so much. Go Aztecs.